trained in basic medical procedures. So if there is something that happens, we should be able to take care of at least the beginning part to get the whoever is injured stable. Beyond that, we've got doctors on the ground that we can call up and talk to, and they can help us. And if somebody is really, really sick or hurt, we would get in our spacecraft and just go home. Over. My parents. They always encouraged me to do what I wanted and to do well at what I wanted to do. They had very high expectations, and that caused me to have high expectations for myself. And they never told me that girls couldn't be an astronaut, which at the time that I was saying I wanted to be an astronaut, there were no girls that were astronauts. And so I credit them a lot with my success. Over. Mostly everybody speaks English up here, but as an American astronaut, I had to learn the Russian language, and so occasionally I talk to the Russian cosmonauts in Russian, but usually I find that their English is better than my Russian. Over. You know, that is a difficult question. I think my favorite superhero has to be Wonder Woman. I think she's my favorite because she's just strong and such a good person and really cares about people in the earth. Over. Noel, oh, that's another tough question. What do I miss the most about Earth? You know, I think it's not an object. I think it is really missing my friends and family. Over.
Franc, hogy nem látszik telefonon.
Miriam, I would say there's two things that were hard about training for me. One is learning the Russian language, because it's very difficult and different from English. And the other is learning how to do spacewalk. That is very physically demanding. At times, I didn't think I was going to pass, but I eventually did. Over. Don't look different, but they're a little bit harder to pick out up here because we don't have the atmosphere and pollution and light pollution to worry about. We see a lot more stars, and so it's harder to see the constellations just because it's too busy with other stars. Over. We ran out of towels. But you know what? We've got people on the ground that actually keep track of how many towels we use. And every 3 months or so, we get a supply ship with new cargo up here. And so if we're running low on towels, they will send us more towels. Over. Look, zero gravity never gets old. Though, I will say that sometimes it gets a little tiresome because it's very easy to lose your stuff if you don't put it down very carefully, because it'll just float away. That's what gets old, but playing in zero gravity never gets old. Over. Annabelle, I think it would be fantastic to be the first person to go to Mars, but I don't think it will be me. I think it'll be somebody that's younger than I am. Maybe you can be the first person to go to Mars. Over. Arjun, you know, communication is very important. We have email up here, so I can always email my friends and family. we have the ability to make telephone calls from the space station to the ground, so I actually call my husband almost every night, and then once a week we get a short video conference. That will last about 30 minutes, so I can see my family once a week. Over. Matthew, excellent question. You know, the most recent thing we did with the Canadarm2 was to put a piece of structure and throw it off the side of the space station because we didn't need it anymore. It was amazing to watch. Over. Early rockets were a little bit smaller than the rockets we have now, but the rockets are about the same. But we definitely have a much bigger space station now than early days. Over. You know what? Our day-to-day on the space station is always different. Sometimes we do science, sometimes we do maintenance, sometimes we do spacewalks. It just depends on what the ground needs us to do. They dictate everything that we do in space. Over.